right, so we're back. It is the next day. We cleared a bunch of stuff off. We came out here earlier. Chantel's in the garden right now trying to, get this here sunflower stuff.
The sunflowers out. Not having much success, but
So she pulled everything out of the greenhouse, and I'm going to build a little table, little garden table or something for her to be able to work off of. So I'm gonna build that. We're probably not gonna put the inside of the garden back together just yet. We had some storms, obviously. All of us down this way had them, and it kind of got the floor a little nasty. So I just sprayed some mildew cleaner inside here. Wait till that dries up, and then I'm going to seal the floor, and we're gonna caulk around the edges at the bottom. So we're gonna be building a garden table, and this is what we need for this build. So if you hear some noise, trying to do this and watch David's live at the same time. Like I said, we came out earlier and got a lot of work done, but all right, this is what we're doing. This is all we're gonna use. We're gonna be using some 1x4. I think there's 6 of those. We got one 1x10, and we have a bunch of ants on this 1x6. 6 1x6. Should be a relatively easy build. All right. Freaking skaters, man. Relentless.
so low.
All right. Let's get this done fairly quick. All right, so we got 2 1x4s. We're gonna cut this to 5 feet.
Yep.
We'll go let's go like one at a time, I guess.
Okay. You want me to hold one side since you're using the circular saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Just right in the middle of all the wood. Just do it. Let's do it. All right, let me just get this marked up real quick. Here we go. Throw that to the side. All right. And then I think what we're doing next is we're gonna do 4. We'll do 4 1x4s.
Mm-hmm.
We're cutting them about 1 foot and 10 inches.
Yes.
Okay.
What's 10.5 inches?
Okay. So grab this. I'll mark it out. Actually, I might be able to use that scrap right there.
To 1 foot and 10.5 inches? Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of cutting another board.
That one looks a little crazy, though.
I mean, they all do. Let's see. If you don't want it, I won't use it.
No. I mean, don't want to waste it.
Bring that horse in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Tried it. All right. I'm gonna keep these pieces of scrap. So we do need to cut one more because we need
4.
4 of those. We got 2. Oh, that's the 2 bot. Get all this freaking ants off here. We gotta spray this shot. All right.
I was wondering why was it easier when we were building other stuff, and it's because he had that table with the saw.
Yeah.
The miter saw.
Yeah. All right. All right. We go too far. We got 1 foot. Oh, we want 10.5. Here it is right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I cut that one first. So we got 4. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame that up really quick. And I think once that frame is together, then we can start building on the rest of it. All right, let's do that. That was right on the knot. You can't do nothing about this.
You want to just use a different one?
Nope. I got and there. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna frame it up. And just gonna pre-drill them.
Okay.
Now I'll go all the way through. I'm just marking where I need to go. So basically what I'm doing is I'm pre-drilling since these are so thin, not to mention these boards are known as split if you just drill right into it, and I didn't want that to happen. So I'm just pre-drilling before I hit it with some deck screws. Why are you standing there like that? What you doing? Your shoulders hurt? That ain't good.
Yeah, make sure you stretch.
All right. Let's get these in.
You want me to hold the other side?
Oh, yeah, please. Get these in pretty quick. Looks all right. Oh, that was the screw. All right.
The board's kind of twisted.
Yeah, I'll try to straighten it out a little. First one. A little right there.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right, so we got the frame framed up. This will be the top of the garden bench. Pretty easy frame, it's quick. And we're gonna make some more cuts. Got a nice little split right here. Y'all see that? Right here in the center? There. We'll have to drive another screw in there. You know, happens sometimes.
Oh, so those are 8 foot, just cut 1 1/2.
Yep. You got it, dude. That was my Mary-Kate and Ashley.
For those who remember TGIF Full House.
I'm pretty sure everybody who watches us remembers. Split. Use the driver. Dang it. I might have to put board on the outside of all of this.
Yeah.
Stupid thing. Okay, here we go. Dang it. Snap, crackle, and popping. No worries, I'll make it look nice. Always do. Don't I?
Yeah.
All right. We got a top base. We got a bottom base.
Now we need legs.
Just need to cut some legs. All right. We'll do the 10 foot first.
Where is the 8 foot? Oh, I see it.
Right
It's
here.
on here. Okay.
Get that.
So you want to just cut this one in half. Oops.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna cut the back legs to this. We got a 2x10. We'll cut it right in half, so we got 2 5 foot pieces. Here we go.
Should I go on the other side?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I got it. Come on, baby. All right. One down. Let me tell you, I am hungry.
What do you want to eat?
Oh, I don't know. Guess he wasn't trying to hold it that time. Just let me cut on my piece. All right. All right. I think the base of this is
Yeah, the base is done.
pretty much done.
Now it's just shelves and that's the slats on the top.
Yeah. Do we want to finish this tomorrow?
Yeah, we can.
Or
Oh,
I didn't screw that. Holy cow. Yeah.
here you go.
That is that's some crazy stuff right there. So I screwed in the sides and didn't get the back part. All right. That was it. That was a big mistake. All right, we'll get that back. Great. So this is what we got, folks. We have a little workbench. Gonna go inside of the greenhouse.
All right, so like Dwayne was saying, the base is done. And this is actually going to work out perfectly. So just need to kind of get the top completed, get all of the slats. And this is going to be pretty much the workspace. And then this is going to be, this empty area right now is going to be the filling station. And then the bottom base, we'll probably put some slats down there as well, just for shelving and storage. And then also kind of leverage these two posts on the top for storage. But yeah, so far it's coming along great. It was a really quick and easy build. You know, not a lot of time. I mean, we started actually building this a little bit later on in the afternoon.
Like around 6:40 when we.
Yeah, we started it pretty late, and so far it's only been about an hour.
It's done.
Yeah, practically done. Practically done. We are going to seal it just to make sure that it's protected from water, especially with like working with plants, you know, the soil being wet and everything else. So we're going to get this stained, sealed, and then drop that in the greenhouse so it is ready for use.
So, with that being said, we will catch you in the morning.
Good night.
Good morning, friends. So today we are going to complete this build on the garden table. And also, what else are we doing?
So we have 2 planter boxes that we're also going to build. Got some cedar boards to make those, so that'll be really nice. And then finish organizing the greenhouse. Got some really cool containers from Dollar Tree. Huge Dollar Tree stand. I will live for Dollar Tree. That we're going to get all this stuff put back into the greenhouse and get it nice and organized.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
All right.
Now, this whole thing could have probably been done with some 2x4 and some plywood. Trying to go a more affordable route, just so if you are following at home, you could actually do this too, and it won't cost you a fortune. But this is what we have here. So we have 2x4 in the front. There's 2x4 in the back. Those are the main legs. This was one 2x4. And then this, the ones in the back here, was a 2x10. The rest of it is put together by more or less cheaper wood. So is the inside of this box. You can see the planks were screwed in together. We got some mistakes, even though I did pre-drill. Got a crack right here. And that's typically what happens with these thinner pieces of wood. I did want to show that this was actually, damaged in some spots. Obviously, I'm going to try my best to try to clean it up and make it look nice. But yeah, I want to show the real, like we're not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Everything's perfect when you do the projects. All right, I'm going to cut these slats and we will get back to work. All right, so essentially what I'm going to do here is I have 4 1x6s on the top part of the bench, and one 1x4. I'm going to cut those 4 feet so that they line up right here, and we still have that nice little box on the side. And I'll screw those in. That'll be the top of the tabletop. And then we're gonna cut more of these and line them at the bottom. I'll put 2 shelves up here, and then yeah, essentially that'll be it. So I'm gonna mark, cut, and start screwing in.
You can knock at the door like you know the way 1,000 times before. I get light. I said it's more than you go. I'm just silent. Are you thinking that I'm down to I give it to you just for trying. What is the line with all the heartbreak? 'Cause I know it's the price I need to pay. All the time I've been thinking about the night before.
All right, with that being done, I'm gonna go ahead and start screwing this in. Now, essentially you see that this whole build was pretty much done with a circular saw and a freaking, power drill. That's it. It's a pretty cheap build. Will it work? Absolutely. Is it easy to do? For sure. So let's start screwing this stuff in now. So I'm gonna take this 1x4. We'll put that one down first. You could tell like this wood is just gnarly, man. It's got like a freaking hole here. Its edges are all. This is for like plant stuff. Like, I don't think she's gonna mind. So we'll line this up here. And then we'll start screwing them in. So the bench top is done. Just gonna cut the bottom part and use a couple boards, maybe 2. And we'll make some shelves right here. And yeah, by that time this thing is ready to rock and roll. Everywhere there might be a splinter. So where those cuts were, the blade on the saw wasn't the greatest. So it splintered up quite a bit. You can see some right here. I'm literally just going around the table and getting rid of all those splinters. Also kind of rounding off the edges so we don't, cut ourselves on it. So we got the table all stained up, everything's on. Yeah, we'll get the shelves put on after the stain dries, and Chantel will kind of go over the breakdown and price of how much something like this would cost to build if you did want to build something like this.
So the total price was about like $120, and that's for everything. That's the lumber, the screws, the brackets, everything. Just the lumber itself, it was about like maybe $80, $90. We'll, definitely drop the final total price. But it was, perfect, because when we were looking for a garden potting bench online, they were all over the place, and definitely not the same quality as using actual wood. So I think it was a really good build. It was definitely a great buy, and it came out beautifully. Very happy with it.
Customize it kind of yourself and stain it the color that you want to stain it.
Yep.
Versus buying something. Now this stain that we use is actually the same stain that we use on the raised beds and the fence that we built on the outside. So it's gonna match pretty much the same. Chantel went in and stained the floor of the greenhouse today. So you will see this fully put together in our next video when we are showing the reveal of the inside of the greenhouse. So with that being said, we will catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.